Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with another comic book review. Now, today, I want to talk about Morbius, the Living Vampire, issue 2. Now, the first issue, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like it fully brought me in. I thought the artwork was phenomenal, but I thought this issue 2 was a big step up. We at least get answers of who that girl vampire hunter was, which she was completely badass. I love that one panel they gave us in the first issue. But man, I tell you, like if the writing didn't really sell me, because I think that the writing is really good in this, but the artwork and the inks in it, like the pencils and the inks in this are absolutely astonishing. Like they're bold and they just go all for it, and I really liked it, man. We got Vita Ayala on the writing it, Marcelo Ferreira on the pencils, Robert Poggi and Scott Hanna on the inks, and Dono Sanchez Alamara is the colorist, and Ryan Brown has been doing the covers. And man, issue 3 cover looks really cool. So Morbius, he in the first issue, he robbed that warehouse and took out all those bad guys. So that one bad guy, I forget what his name was exactly, but him and the vampire hunter have teamed up to go track him down, and he's used those chemicals that he put together. Didn't really do any, official testing. Just took it, shot himself in the neck with it, and like it ended up having, he thought it was gonna be a cure. He started changing. His face kind of went back to like a regular skin tone, and his hunger was gone for a second. But give it a couple minutes and his hunger became worse. And he's like, I thought I understood the depths of the hungering beast inside. I was wrong, so very wrong. I mean, just look at this artwork though, man. I really cannot stress enough how great this artwork was. I mean, the colors, everything. Like that. The only thing missing in this is they need to get Blade up in this bitch, man. They need to get Blade up in here. Um, yeah. So like I said, he was impatient, in haste to rid himself of the monster inside. He didn't respect the science. He harvested inferior supplies from criminals and experimented with untested methods and did not bother to test what he produced. You know, Instead of curing his affliction, he made it stronger. And he's like he can feel the hunger in the marrow of his cracking bones. His bones are shifting. He cannot think, he cannot breathe, except to sachet, uh, uh, except for to like basically all he can think about is his soul that demands blood. He's just craving blood at this point. Um, so we oh, okay, so then he goes like scrounging for like blood bags, and he goes absolutely nuts just sucking up these blood bags. And he's like, what have I done? Like, what have I become? Man, just look at these colors though. Wow, like I just really enjoyed this artwork. Like if I didn't like the writing, I could have just really just enjoyed this artwork. But the writing is really good. I wasn't so like I don't know much about Morbius. I know they got the Jared Leto movie coming, so I was excited to go for this and kind of learn about him. And I think this issue 2 made me want to keep reading it, definitely. And the ending definitely really got me excited. So we get this other panel where he's just kind of raging out because the blood, all that blood that he drank from those like blood bags that kind of like you would get from the hospital, it didn't do nothing. I mean, not enough. He still is craving it. He's still, and he's like, my hands tremble at the thought of what I will find when I look into this microscope. My condition is no better. My blood is still tainted, and worse. There is a rot, a mutation in the cells spreading as if there were a disease consuming me. The serum, it has activated the things I wish to suppress and eradicate. It is a risk. The hunger already begins to gnaw at my throat once more, but I need more supplies to study this new development. So we get, and then as he's starts kind of looking at some stuff, like looking around his as he's like looking at his blood cells, he get his door gets blown through, and he's like, what the hell? So, and he's like, how did you find me? And he gets smacked right in the face by a boot, and he's like, it was easy. And that's the badass chick vampire hunter, and she is badass. I really like her. I think she's really cool. She's like, we just followed your path of destruction, and she's teamed up with that guy. I cannot remember what his name is, because they don't even say it. Almost, it might be like Metal Man or something. It's something cheesy though. And he's like, who are you? And he goes to do that, like, enough of this, like he took care of that one guy in the warehouse, but she quickly, dodges his attack, and he's like, who are you? And she's like, the pain. She actually speaks Greek. She calls him like a tepek, which in Greek that means monster. And he's like, the pain, like, what are you? He's like, and then that guy, the goofy guy, he's like, easy, sister, leave some for me. I owe our friend here a few. So, dude, he starts going at him. He's like, you bat-faced son of a bitch. And he gets like one shot in there, and then Morbius bitch smacks him and knocks him into the table and breaks it. And then and that vampire hunter chick, God, man, she is dude, she's hot. She is hot as hell. And she's like, I expected you to last longer, like, pity. He's like, oh, I can go, darling. I can go all night. And I think that was a little reference to not just fighting Morbius, but something else. Yeah, you know what I mean. But so much hatred, I cannot help but think this is personal. If I have hurt you, I am sorry. She's like, keep your apologies, murderer. And he's like, this woman. He's like, her voice, that lilt. It is somehow familiar. It is so familiar somehow. And he's like, please, like, I know I've done incalculable harm, but it's not me. It's my disease. It's my curse. I feel the hunger rising again. He's trying to kind of warn him in a way, like, I'm about to snap any moment. Like, I don't want to hurt you. And he's like, you don't like your skin much, right, darling? Say the word. The beast inside wants her blood, even as the man sickens at the thought. I toil to cure myself so that I may atone for all that I've done. And he headbutts her, and she's like, you deserve no redemption, and you will find no absolution from me except death. And he's like, I know this woman. I know this woman. Man, just, dude, this artwork is fantastic. Even, I read this just for the second time, and every time I look at it, it's just great. Fantastic. And he's like, Elizabeth? Is that you? And he's like, Elizabeth died with Emil. I merely am her revenge. Hearing Emil's name hurts more than any weapon, my dear friend. How could this be Elizabeth? His sister? Our gentle and loving shadow all those years? And wow, so we know who she is, and she has a strong connection to her, and she has a strong reason to be pissed as hell. And he's like, I truly am sorry. Like, I wish I could switch fates with Emil. If I could, I would in a heartbeat. And he's the goofy guy. That's what I'm gonna have to call him until I figure out his name again. But he's like, not so fast, pal. Let the lady have her fun first. But you and me still got business. You owe me a new lab and a fresh batch of men, but I'll take it in flesh instead if that's all you got. And he's like, how about your blood? And dude, he takes a big bite out of his ass. And dude, this is just a horrific comic. Like, it's a straight, like the artwork goes perfect for what this story is. It's a horror comic in my eyes. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't be. I mean, he's a vampire, but. And he's like, she takes advantage of him biting that guy, and she's like, I got you now, monster. She's like, you will pay for your evil. You will pay for a meal. The more they damage my body, the more my hunger grows. And she gets him with a stake, and and he actually says that whatever she used, they actually do it, like whatever that guy is using on him when he shoots at him, it has no effect on Morbius. But her weapons, they actually do have an effect. He says it right. Let me see. Let's see. Oh the blood has quieted the beast for now, but my wounds are not healing. An anticoagulant on her weapons, perhaps. So he doesn't know for sure, but whatever it is, it's affecting his healing. So, and when she does that, she you know, he does enough, like, and he knocks them both back. He's like, and the thing after she stabbed him, the thing in me is fully awake, howling with rage. I feel myself slipping away. Finally, you show your true face, monster. And she's already bitten off the the clip for the grenade, and boom, it knocks him back, and it gives him a chance to escape. So, the guy's like, God, woman, like, what is wrong with you? That was only the first battle, and unlike your weapons, mine leave a lasting damage. He is weakened now. Now we can take our time. This was wow. And he goes quickly to he goes to a lab or I come into a lab or a blood bank I don't recognize, but the chemical stench is familiar, and so the taste in my mouth. They will live will only have a few days of weakness to remember this encounter by. So he takes these security guards out, and he actually, he obviously was sucking on their blood, or I think, yeah, or either he just knocked them out and that's blood on them, but he basically, or he takes enough blood out of them to where they're still, yeah. So yep, so he did suck on him, but he left them alive. He said they will live, but he's like, I am used to taking from criminals, but times are desperate, and my desperation makes men do ugly, savage things. And man, he is in full, like, he like, his face too, like, he is full, like, his face just, oh my God, man, it looks crazy. And he's having flashbacks, thinking like, Elizabeth, if it was not always like this for either of us, the thing inside me has withered and twisted everything that I've touched. I was better than this. I will be again. And maybe if I eradicate the rotten inside me, I can save her too. And while he's trying to cook up some new chemicals, these security guards actually try to stumble upon, and he stumbles and uses all his strength and muster to hit the alarm. And he's like thinking about himself. He's like I said, talking about his wounds, and there's some coagulant on the weapons. She has clearly studied me, learned weaknesses I didn't even know I had somehow. How long has she hunted me? How long has her hatred led her down this path of revenge? And he's like, alarm. He starts hearing the alarm. He's like, I feel the fear first, and then the racing of my heart, adrenaline. The hunger. He's like, you fools. He's like, and these two security guards are like, oh shit, fuck, like, we are screwed now. And they're like, all you needed to do was stay silent, and this could have ended with no more bloodshed. So and the one guy's like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And the Hispanic woman is like, stay back. And he chokes up the guy, and he's like, I'm sorry. And then you get, as he's about to kill him, you get a thwip. We see a spider web. At least that's what you think at first. But who is it? And he snatches his arm before he's about to, slit his throat or whatever. And, we get an awesome reveal that if you can't play nice with the other kids, you're going in timeout. And damn, I love this. Like, this page was so dope. I hope he's in a good amount of the issue, because this artwork, like, I love the way this panel looks. Like, they drew a really great Spider-Man. And dude, they got, after they do Spider-Man, Vita, Ayala, you better get Blade up in this bitch. Look at issue 3 cover. I cannot wait. That cover looks so fucking badass. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this issue. I know maybe some people weren't liking it as much, but I'm always into horror books. And I really, the issue 2 is a big step up for me, in my opinion. But like I said, let me know in the comments down below what you thought. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, hitting the subscribe, hitting that bell notification so you get all updates on upcoming videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.